an evening of Latin rhythms. It came about a few years ago when we all got together and we wanted to put our foot forward and help the community come together and dealing with obviously with AIDS and coming together to do something for Broadway Cares. We're all part of the Broadway community. And what I did was try to bring the Latin music world together with the Broadway singers and dancers. And we get such a wonderful group together, led by our wonderful Chita Rivera, and great musicians coming this time. We've got 2 live bands dancing after the show, and special surprise guests like Eddie Palmieri and Jimmy Bosch, great musicians. So it's really a wonderful evening for us.
Yeah, that's downright exciting. I mean, the minute you step into B.B. King's, it's just going to be rocking, because you don't hear under one roof, you don't hear this kind of music, you know, and you don't see this kind of dancing. Fabulous dancers from Broadway. Richard, of course, directed and choreographed it. And we don't do stuff like this. There should be much, much more of it, and for a very good cause. So we have a blast. We feel as though we're sharing our musical culture with Broadway, and and we're having a ball at the same time.
We all grow up with this at home, and it's all part of our culture. Our parents play this music, we listen to it, we do, and usually when we do a Broadway show, we don't hear the music that we know and recognize. So for us to have the authentic music, authentic charts, we're led by Ray Santos, who's been orchestrating since 1947 for all the big mambo orchestras. We have such a unique opportunity to show our dances, to do the right dances with the right songs, and that's why I thought for long-term Latin rhythms, we have a nice through line of exposing all of the cultural dances, all of the rhythms that we do, from merengue to samba to salsa to mambo to cha-cha-cha to conga, and the audience really builds on this. We have a multiracial, multicultural audience, and they respond so well. They sing along with the songs, and they just really jump on board. The energy in the room is just through the roof, and it's really great for everybody.
Broadway Care reaches out to communities beyond Broadway. Through its national grants program, Broadway Cares supports smaller grassroots AIDS service organizations that operate on a local level across the United States and in Puerto Rico. Over 400 AIDS service organizations received much-needed grant money in the last year alone because of Broadway Cares.
George Balanchine, when you were studying with him, was it really hard to be contained at that school doing classical dancing? And did you just want to break out and do the music that you heard?
Well, first of all, I was very young, very obedient, and you go to learn a technique, a ballet technique. Yes, my spirit has always wanted to break loose. But when you are studying, that's a whole other bag of beans. So I was always clowning around a little bit, or wanting to kind of change the rhythm when he wasn't looking, you know, to a little Latin thing, maybe just as a sense of humor. But basically, you go to ballet for ballet. You go home and in the streets with your friends, or at the Palladium at the time, to do the kind of dancing that your soul really means.
And this is kind of crazy for someone like me who can't even do the chicken dance properly, honestly. Seriously, show me how. No, but for some,
I don't want to do the chicken dance. I'm not going to show you.
what do you two both feel when you're out there dancing? What is it that propels you to go out there and want it?
We feel God. We feel God, honey. Yes, we do. You have to learn how to do this because even the audience, the whole place just rolls and rocks because they can't help it. The rhythm is. Cy Coleman, a great composer, said the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Well, that's exactly what this rhythm does. It brings your soul, out, and it makes you really wanna dance and live. It's a very exciting culture. Well, we're very fortunate to be Latin.
You are. Yeah.